Godzilla, the king of the monsters. Who can stand against him? What great ape will fare well against this monstrosity of a titan? Are there any who can defeat him? I do not know. One thing that holds true is that Kong has a lot of heart. Yes, there's a lot of fight in this monkey. However, here's one of my primary concerns. He's too damn small. That's right. As of their current iterations, Godzilla could easily stomp the shit out of this stinky ape. Stomp the shit out of him so hard that his innards spray out of his O-ring, and he goes, "Whoa!" You see, the film is destined to release next year, March of 2020, after the King of the Monsters film takes place. Here's one of my speculations. What if Godzilla is severely beaten after King of the Monsters? In some way, perhaps, he will be weakened. And then Kong will step in a year later and beat the shit out of this old decrepit Godzilla. Here are the facts. We know that Godzilla at the end of King of the Monsters will be empowered by Mothra. Yes, she will emit her energy onto him, bringing him to a state where he's more powerful than ever before. This, I believe, is how he will destroy King Ghidorah. But what if after this, Godzilla maybe loses his atomic breath capability, allowing for Kong later on to beat the hell out of him without the atomic breath being a factor at all? I see this as a possibility, but the problem is it will limit Kong in terms of the perspective he brings to the audience. How much of a pussy would he really have to beat up an old decrepit Godzilla? It wouldn't be a fair fight indeed. So perhaps this scenario is unlikely. Here now is a far more likely scenario, and I really hope that this occurs because it's going to be more believable. You see, in the classic film Godzilla vs. Kong, Kong was actually empowered by a lightning storm surrounding them. From this empowerment, he was able to emit electricity from his hands, allowing him to shock Godzilla to a near point of unconsciousness. It vastly gained him leverage in the fight, and I think if something like this were implemented in Godzilla vs. Kong, it would certainly even the battlegrounds. But what do you guys think about that? Another problem is how small Kong is and how powerful Godzilla is. Godzilla is armored in his steel-like skin, with plates of armor basically surrounding him. And he has those spiky spikes protruding out of his back that could crush his opponents easily. Very strong forearms and sharp claws. It can be said that Kong has similar weapons, but the problem is the size difference. Is Kong too damn small? We know he's gonna grow to some extent, but to what extent, we do not. In some of my previous videos, I've even proposed the idea that perhaps Kong should be larger than Godzilla, but of course, this wasn't taken in well by the community, as traditionally, that is not the case. My argument was that this would even the battle, in my opinion, seeing how Godzilla is the one with other abilities as well, and Kong is basically just a very large primate. But the truth is, a lot of folks were pissed off about that. And it really was the reaction I expected, and I still stand by that. I think it would make for a more believable fight, but nonetheless, it's highly unlikely that's going to be the case. But what do you guys think? Is Kong too small for this battle? Is he too weak for this battle? Should he be empowered in any way? Let me know in the comment section below, and like this video. I am the Iceman. Peace be with you.